All right, welcome. We're back with Decision Games, Campaigns in Europe, Volume 1, Drive on Leningrad. And again, this is kind of in detail trying to understand the rules. This is Campaign in Europe as a whole system to refight multiple operational level battles in World War II. And I think with the expansion kit I covered in a previous video, they're going to do even larger battles, divisional core scale for the Russians here. And this is German turn 1. The last video, we did the combat phase. This is a move, fight, fight, move decision. The Germans decided to fight first, move second. So all these pieces that have moved were involved in combat, and these are advances after combat. And the German mobile units were able to use a mobile CRT, which enables them to, along with advancing after combat, continue attacking, which is what they did until they ran out of steam here. So next phase is the German movement. Everybody can move now. So for the sake of time, I've already done the movement, and I'll pull that up here and we can review it. And then that'll take us into the mech phase, and in the mech phase, the Germans can either move or fight, and I think they're going to fight. We'll see that. So let me open up the other save. All right, here's everybody after they've moved, and everybody moves. So big thing was I had a choice of the mech units. I could try and move them through here and then do a mech move, and they could keep going. They could get pretty far, but they would be outrunning their supply. So chose another way. This is right now these units are detrimental to tracing supply through here. We did open a line through here, you see. So instead I put the mech units to attack these two, hoping for an overrun. And then if this guy succeeds, he's going to try and hit this location. And if this guy succeeds, he's going to try and kill this unit. So then we'll have basically all these Russians dead. And here we go. And the Russians aren't getting reinforcements. And this guy can't move because he's in zone of control. Basically, the only choice they're going to have is to rail units from the Leningrad front to try and do some blocking. But the Germans also have to wrestle with supply. So that's another issue here. But yeah, these are the moves. And actually, the infantry, ironically, is exploiting more than the mech. But like I said, they're going to use them in mech combat to clean up, hopefully, this center from a supply point of view. And this is actually a victory X, which the Germans have taken. It's also a city. Their railhead next turn is going to move all the way to here. But I can't get a mobile supply unit there. And to build a depot, that would be awesome. I could build a depot here, maybe. Unless I chose mech move and moved him here. But then I'd still have these guys in the middle. So I don't know, maybe this is too conservative. But going to clean things up here and then see, hopefully the Russians won't have much to reply. And we can take advantage of that and move our supply lines up. So also I'm exercising, what is this, Google Gemini AI. I've been playing with it with rules. You've probably seen it in previous videos. So I've opened up the rules for the game on my Google Drive, which then offers up Gemini to analyze it. Basically, if I open it up in a browser, Gemini can analyze it. And I just did a quick test. What are the first turn special rules? And here they are. All Axis Grenadier units are shifted 1R. Here's the mech moving EZOC to EZOC +3. No additional MF for rivers. And then the Soviets, if they begin their movement phase in ZOC, they can't move. Can't expend RPs on turn 1. 1d6 for rail capacity. That's going to be a big roll next turn. I mean, for the Soviet turn. And this is the one that kind of limits me in the north. Axis units in Finland cannot enter the Soviet Union. So not much is going to go on over there. And then it does throw in that for game turns 1 to 3 printed fortifications, 2L instead of 3L. So actually it's the Germans' best interest to get past these guys by turn 3. We'll see. So it actually is working. So that's pretty cool. But let's go ahead. Like I said, I got 2 attacks here, here, and here. And I guess, how many refit points do I have left? Yeah, I have 6 left. And I do have a mech unit. I don't know if I want to use my refit points that fast. So let's try this attack first. And from a terrain point of view, where's my disappear? There it is. Yeah, the Germans are attacking across a minor river, so let's just pull up the combat results table, and we're going to go through all of these. Pull up the TEC. We only really need the terrain effects chart. I don't know why it keeps defaulting to that. But we have a minor river. I think it's a 1L. I'm just trying to validate it here. Okay, you've probably found it before me, but I, for whatever reason, can't. There it is. Yeah, 1L. So I didn't know that. It affects line of supply if you're tracing it as +1. That's interesting. I'll have to keep this into effect. Major river +2. Yeah. Okay, so they do get 1L, okay, for the terrain. Well, let's just do this first here. It's not a concentric. Okay, so the Germans get the 1R for the special rules. And then we come through here, and I'm going to hold off on HQ, concentric, no, air, no, naval, no. Now, supply is interesting. German units are in supply, so they get an R for that. I'll leave it at that. That's 2R. It's not an overrun attack air assault. Weather is fine. So it looks like the Germans have 2R. And then we lose the defender, and that 2R goes down to 1R. No, wait, 1R fortress supply actually goes back to 2R because they are out of supply. So the Germans do get a 2R. Okay, let's see what that does here. They got 10 to 3, that's 3 to 1. I'm converting it like that, but takes it up to 5 to 1. There's a possibility for an exchange and no movement. We'll go with the mobile. They all are mobile. So we got a 500% or 5 to 1 on the mobile ground chart. And the die roll is a 3. Okay, that's a standard one. Okay, DP. Retreat all defending units 2 hexes. Attacking mechs can advance to. Wow. Okay, so they have to retreat 2 hexes. The problem is every hex. I don't think I can retreat this way. They have to retreat back to a supply source. Every hex they retreat to is in Zoc, enemy Zoc. So, for example, even if this guy retreated here, he's still in Zoc. Here, he's in Zoc. And so, and then here, let's see, let me pause this because I think it's stuck. Okay, I unstuck it. So they're going to lose 2 steps for the first one and then the second one. So they are KIA. And then this guy, they're all mech. So they can advance 2. So 1, 2. It's not an overrun, but this sets them up during the mech move to finish off this guy. All right, so let's do this attack. Oh, this is the mech. So they can't kill this guy. Yeah, I misspoke. This is the mech choosing combat. Let's practice with this thing. During the mech, what the do? I don't know, that's an open-ended question. Let's see if it figures it out. The mech phase, special phase, may be allowed to conduct an additional combat or movement. Not both. There we go. Answered my question. All right, that's pretty cool. All right, let's do the next one. And it just seems that these things get in the way here. Yeah, so this next one is at 3-4. No terrain. Oh, he's in a swamp. I didn't even take that into effect. Oh my goodness, that could be a problem, boys and girls. Swamp. 1L, attacker cannot use mobile CRT. Wow. Well, I don't think we'll get our overrun and move up here. We're going to have to do a straight attack. And they got a 1L. So, but this time they've got 15. They got 5 to 1 out of the box. So let's see how we do here. So they got the 1R for the first turn, and then they got 2R because of supply, and that's it. And terrain goes back to 1R, but supply, because it's out of supply, goes to 2R, and they're already at 5, so that takes them to 7, but they're on the assault table, and that's fine. We'll take it. Of course I roll a 1. DD. Defender defeat, reduce all defending units 1. Step, defenders retreat 1 hex, and then they can advance 1. And again, same problem. Sure, if he retreats, he's in EZOC, so let's see. What if a defender retreat EZOC? Let's see if it gets it right. Always verify. If a unit retreats into accident EZOC, the stack unit suffers 1 step loss. Presence of friendly units does not affect the rule. Perfect. Perfect. That's exactly correct. So this guy is now KIA. Now, do I really want to put this guy in a swamp? Oh, no, here's the advantage here. Well, he can move along the railroad too. No, he's going to stay here. He can go this way now. All right, so that's the end of the German mech move. So, well, at least, well, they're not going to clear their supply line. This guy's stuck until next turn. He can't move, but he is kind of, well, messing things up for the Germans. This rail line isn't cleared, but they've got this one, so we'll see. So that's the German mech move there, or the German mech combat. I think I did it right. And with that done, just real quick, let's ask this. What turn after a mech and is during can the finish unit be placed on interdiction? Let's see what it says. Can't. Oh, I spelled finish wrong. Huh. No, that's how you. Adjacent to, in, or south of any Leningrad hexes. Bummer. That's a special rule. Let's look at that. I saved him just for interdiction, but he can't go adjacent to, south of. Okay, but there is one place he can go. This is a 5-5 here. I'm going to place him right here. Based on those rules, I can do that. There's the finish unit. We'll put him over here. I think we can interdict. Yep. Let's just take the mark moved off of here. So I believe that is. Now what that prevents is this guy. Well, not that he was going to do that. But this guy. That's the one. He cannot do strategic rail movement now. That's what that prevents. I did really want to put him down here. But again, all it would have prevented is this guy. Yeah. All right. Let's keep pushing AI here. What comes interdiction? Let's see what it says here. Second player's turn comes after the interdiction phase. Oh. Okay, so we are beginning the Russian phase here. All right, so I'm going to end it here. We're at 13 minutes. I'm trying to make these bite-sized here. Unlike the first one, that was really long. But there we go. That's the end of the German player turn, and well, I would say the Russians' front is in shambles. Riga is being threatened, but the Germans' supply is a concern. They got their depots here. The way they move it forward is, I'm trying to get a feel for this. They need to build more depots up here as they go. And right now they could put a depot here maybe next turn. And then 1, 2. I mean, that could set them up for, well, 1, 2. Yeah, I mean, the infantry headquarters can't put people in supply to attack Riga. 4th Panzer Group can, I think. Yeah, he's got 4. So they could go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Wow, just barely up here. So supply's a big thing to think about here. And as I burn these mobile supply units, I mean, you can use these for attacks. I could line people up here and maybe put a mobile supply unit here and then burn them for combat. We'll see. This guy didn't go. So that means, let's see, it's hard. I'm going to take away the move markers here. There they go. I don't know if I like this way they're marking move. I may change that. Yeah, the German, here's 4th Panzer. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, like these guys are technically for movement. Well, here's an HQ. 1, 2. Okay, so these two, well, this guy doesn't have to worry about it, Brandenburgs, but this guy, at the start of next turn for the Germans, he will be out of supply for movement purposes. But I'll check it later, but it looks like all the rest will be okay. But then once the headquarters start out running their, let's see, can HQ trace back